Hello and welcome to a very brief breakdown of what the CFOP method is. CFOP is one of the most popular cubing methods in the world and one that I use myself, the one that I used to set my own personal record a few videos ago, and I'm going to tell you exactly what you do. So I'm going to be doing this with a white bottom, orange top, just because that's how I usually do it, just to make it a bit easier. So CFOP stands for four things. There are four steps in CFOP. CFOP. Now the C stands for cross, where you make a white cross on the white layer, or you make any cross on any layer. But I like to do white just because I am still quite new at this. And once you've made the cross, you then move on to the F part of CFOP, which stands for F2L, in which you insert all of the second layer corners and edges to complete. F2L basically stands for first two layers, I think it is. And there we go, we fixed the first two. And then the O in CFOP stands for OLL, where you do one algorithm. And hopefully you don't mess up your algorithm to solve the entire top, to make it all nice and to make it all the same color on top. And then from there you do one algorithm to fix the entire rest of the cube. So yeah, of those, the cross is basically entirely intuitive. You can figure that out on the fly. Now F2L can be fairly intuitive, but there are a fair few number of algorithms for every single case just to make it a bit easier, but you can basically do it all intuitively. And then when you get to OLL and PLL, it is entirely algorithms. There's no room for intuition when doing OLL, PLL. Because you can't just come up with a new algorithm on the fly. Like when I get here and I've done the wrong thing. Like when I get to here, I can't just make up something. I've got to know exactly what to do, execute it as fast as possible, hopefully not mess up, and recognize that this is an F-perm, execute that as quick as possible, and then we're done. And then when it comes to OLL, there are 57 cases you can get, none of which I know, but I think one of them is just, so I think this is just literally, one case is literally just that. But yeah, I do two-look OLL, which basically means you break down the OLL into two steps, which is you make the cross, and then from there are only sort of 12 algorithms, 12 cases that you can get. And then you can do two-look PLL, which is basically where you first fix up the corners, of which there are only two algorithms you need to fix all the corners, and then there are a further, how many algorithms are there from there? There are a further 4 algorithms that fix all the edges, which are the two U-perms, H-perm, and Z-perm, or Z-perm, depending on where you're from. But yeah, that is basically a rundown of CFOP. I'm going to do some beginner CFOP right now, because, you know, that's all I'm good for. Are you kidding me with this right now? Things don't need to be falling over right now. That is not exactly what I need right now. That's definitely not right. Oh god, what is going on with me today? I've taken a little break from cubing because I went up to Yorkshire today to see my family, because half my family lives up north. So that was quite fun. Going back up there next weekend actually. But yeah, I put these in exactly the wrong slots. But yeah, now we get to this. So I'm first going to make the cross on top by doing one of 3 algorithms. Really, and then I'm just going to pick out of the few algorithms to fix the whole top. And from here, I see that I have no headlights. So I'm going to do the algorithm that fixes the corners with no headlights. And then I can see the two-look PLL tutorial that I watched gave me RUR prime U-perms, and I would just like to say, don't use those. Either go the M-move PLL U-perms or the S-move, because they're very fast if you can execute them quickly, which I can do on a good day. Obviously not today, but yeah. That is exactly what the CFOP method is. Cross, F2L, OLL, PLL. And there are 3 other main methods that people use. Like, there are 3 really popular ones, and there are a couple more that have kind of faded into obscurity over time. Then there's like the blindfolded method, where you solve the cube completely blindfolded, which I cannot do because I'm really bad at memorization. But yeah, next time I might be able to teach you a different method, somewhat. But yeah, if you want to learn full, if you want to learn either 2-look, PLL, OLL, 2-look last layer, or 1-look last layer, then there are resources that you can use, especially JPerm's site. JPerm site is where I learned all of the PLLs, and I'm trying to learn all of the OLLs, but there are 57, so I'm trying. Sorry, I'll get there one day. But yeah, if you learn 2-look, if you want to learn full 2-look OLL PLL, then what I did was I watched JPerm's video on 2-look last layer, and then I made a notepad document with all the cases written down, like I did for my Ortega algorithms video, like you saw there. I basically did just that, and that just helped me memorize. Okay, so when it's like this, I need to do, like this. Is that a new APerm algorithm, by the way? Like, I understand it's not very good, but you could do like. Definitely don't do that, because that was just awful. That was horrendous. Now we've got a V-perm. I'm purposely going slow, by the way. I didn't just, like, forget how to do everything, but yeah. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Good luck.